So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog!
Now live, here he is, the big dog, Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like El McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond? Get off my lawn.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
Well, it's not his Yankee ass, but it's my Southern ass. It's Chad Gwathney, Coach Grizz, taking over the show for an hour as we do a shortened Thom Abraham for the next 3 days as Thom is out of the box taking a little break. As I'll get to kind of take over the show and have a good time talking the latest around the sports world. Make sure you follow us on twitch.tv/977ESPN. Watch us there as well. You can watch us on YouTube by searching 977ESPN. You can also find us on our website if you want to listen at any time throughout the day, and on our app by searching 977ESPN, but you can go on our website by going to 977ESPN.com. Just having a good day. Thom is out. Of course, Thom is out of the box. That's why you're hearing me. And so let's kind of break down the latest that's going on. And, of course, it is a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday. So that means that we are going to have, of course, Josh Carey, the voice of the Rocket City Trash Pandas, to talk a little baseball on this Wednesday. And actually, he's right with us right now to start off the show. Josh, welcome in, and let's kick off the show right.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Congratulations on getting to fill in for Thom. Hopefully you don't take his slot altogether.
No. Yeah, we're definitely – there's some stuff in the we're working on. You might be able to hear us on the weekends as well. So I will be getting more time to continue to talk as Smokey Mike and I guess I could kind of just go ahead and tell everybody. We're going to start a 1-hour Saturday show Smokey and I are going to do. So you're going to be able to listen to us at least 1 hour in the mornings from 9 to 10 and kind of give you a little extra breakdown throughout the Saturday morning. So it should be a lot of fun.
Well, congratulations. That's something that I think I've kind of wondered why y'all didn't do that, especially on those Saturday mornings during college football season. That's great for you guys, and good luck. I think it'll be a great benefit to the station, but to the community as well. Yeah, I greatly appreciate it, and y'all do wonders as well. As I've been to a lot of the events that are going on at Toyota Field, I'll get to in just a second. As I went to the nice dining that you're going to start serving over the baseball season for the fans and everything like that. So that was a really good time. But y'all do a great job with the spring baseball showcase that you got going on in March. Yeah, we actually just wrapped it up last night. Yeah. James Clemens, they played a handful of games over here. We had a bunch of teams from Southern Tennessee come in, Collierville, some teams from West Alabama. Lauderdale County was here yesterday. Golly, they're slipping my mind for the moment. But Rogersville was over here. But then we also had some teams from the Auburn-Opelika area. Auburn High School was up here, Opelika High School. Auburn, from what I understand, is one of the top teams in the state. So we had some really great talent roll through here over the last week or so, and some high-quality high school baseball. It was really a lot of fun. Yeah, and, I mean, we definitely pride ourselves on baseball, not only baseball but softball as well in North Alabama. And, of course, Alabama is traveling to play Jacksonville State in the I think it's the Sand Mountain Classic over in Albertville. So that should be a good – if weather holds – that should be a good another event for some young North Alabama talent to be able to watch the big time play. Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what. When it comes to the University of Alabama, that softball team is no joke. I mean, they are beloved in Tuscaloosa. I would say right now they are the number 3 team on campus behind football and men's basketball. Yeah, I think. Yeah. They are right. I would say they're right now the number 1 spring sport because 1, they're good. Yeah. But 2, they are very popular. I mean, Montana Pouch is the truth. So great for them, and hopefully they do get the game in. But even if not, I'm sure they'll make it up at some point. But softball has just exploded here, and hopefully baseball won't be too far behind.
And speaking of baseball, I wanted to kind of talk to you about another experimental thing that they're going to start doing in the second half of the minor league season is by moving second base closer to home. It's already weird as it is, and it's funny how a lot of baseball guys, especially me and Tom and a few other guys, kind of talk about it. We had no idea that second base was completely off of the whole angle and everything like that. Like, I'm terrible at math. I was good at my angles, but I'm just awful at math. And it just seems like now they're making it obviously where there's more offensive plays, more stealing, just more action on the base running. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on how, especially with all these they've done the pitch clock since I think 2015 in the minors, but with all these other new, added things that they're going to bring to the MLB, isn't it funny how they just kind of use the minor leagues as a guinea pig?
Well, yeah, but you expect that.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, our main purpose is development. So,
of course,
I tell people all the time when it comes to minor league baseball, it is a upscale version of spring training. I mean, the development is number one, competition is number two. So you don't mind it, and you understand it, and it'll be interesting because some things are going to work, some things aren't. But when it comes to some of these rules changes, what I'm a little concerned about, I've been doing a lot of college baseball the last few weeks, and at the end of the day, I mean, you can make all the changes you want to. It just comes down to style of play. And having watched Alabama and UAB the last several weeks, the style of play at the collegiate level is vastly different from the pro game. They make their guys swing the bat and bunt the ball, and they run, and they hit and run, and they move. There is a constant flow of action that makes the game more aesthetically pleasing. The talent level is not what it is at the minor league or certainly the major league level, but the style of play is far more fascinating. So you can make all these changes you want to. At the end of the day, if you're still going to do the same tired rule of sitting back, waiting for the 3-run homer, well, I don't know how that's going to make things better. If they can get people to swing the bat more and run more and create more action, great. Right. I'm all for it. But until it happens, there's not a whole lot I can say because we just haven't seen it yet.
Of course, and it just seems like, obviously, I mean, with possibly changing or possibly ending the shift and the way that they're moving the base path, it's like, I get it. They're trying to create, obviously, more offensive plays. They don't want 1, 2, 3 innings where the guy's like grounding out into a guy that's in right field. It's just that's that kind of play. And I completely agree with you. It's all about development in the minor leagues, and it's just always putting on a good show as well. Just constantly bringing in good talent, and then being able to showcase that talent, in the MLB. So, what I wanted to ask you is so we've got a lot of food options next year. We didn't get to talk about this, I believe, because it happened right after your interview. As last Wednesday, we got to the media got to sample a lot of the nice food going on at the ballpark, and I understand that it'll be where you can get it literally everywhere, anywhere on the ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a new food and beverage director. His name is Gary and Shelby, and we got him from the hotel and conference center out in the Shoals, and he is an incredibly talented chef. And what he wants to do is bring a real Southern style cooking to Toyota Field.
Yeah.
He's going to include collard greens, which you hear of peanuts and Cracker Jacks, but you don't hear of collard greens, right?
We have to add that into the song.
Yeah, exactly. And he just wants to bring more of a Southern style to Toyota Field, which I think is great because that's what people really scoop up on, and that's what people are really into in these parts. And so that's kind of more the flavor that he wants to bring. I know up on the luxury levels, it's going to be stuff like pork tenderloin, and
wow, yeah.
You're still going to get your chicken and your hot dog and hamburgers.
Nothing beats a
and
dog
things
at the
like
game.
that. Yeah. And you're still going to have your dumpster wraps and things like
Yes.
that. But he just wants to do a few things his way, and that's fine. Our previous chef was outstanding, but this guy is going to bring in his own little twist on things, and it should make for a very fun environment at our ballpark.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to. I mean, if you can add it to the song as well, shrimp and grits. I mean, I had some of the shrimp and grits; those were amazing. The wine and pasta Wednesday. That sounds like not only Wednesdays are going to be bring the dog to the park, right? Dog days. Still,
yeah, they're coming back.
So not only are you going to have dog days on Wednesdays, you're going to have wine and pasta Wednesdays as well, which sounds really fun at the ballpark as well. Because I tried some of that grilled chicken or grilled pesto chicken and pasta, and man, that was really, really good. Especially, I mean, man, if you're looking to watch your weight, or if you just want to eat something really, really good on a Wednesday night at the ballpark, that was definitely something that I really liked.
Yeah, the biggest complaint that, I think any ballpark receives is, you go there and you want to have something to eat, but it's a lot of fried stuff, a lot of greasy stuff, and people want to say, I get it. I totally get it. I'm a big guy, so I need to watch what I eat. So, being able to have different options like that for people who, are looking to cut down on the calories and are looking to, stay healthy while enjoying a ball game, I think is flat out outstanding. So, we've got a very talented guy on our staff, and he's gonna bring it. Every single homestand, his staff is going to bring out a good variety of food for our folks to dig in on.
Yeah, and I was talking with chef, and I just love to use the word chef because I mean I worked in restaurants plenty of times, and it just you don't use names, you know what I mean? It's just chef or whoever is working, and a lot of times. And I was talking with him, and I was talking with him, and it was just asking him about possible beer pairings with a lot of this food. Not only because we're not only just getting into like the food side, but we're also getting into the beverage side too. Trying to find the right local beers as well to try to pair with a lot of this food, and then also just by creating more options of areas around the ballpark where I've been to, like Truist, for instance, where you can buy a ticket and walk around the entire stadium the whole time. I mean, there's something to do the entire time, and that's what Toyota Field and the trash pans are trying to do by giving you an option where, yeah, we get it. The lines might be long sometimes, but you might find a better option in another line or a different kiosk somewhere else.
Yeah, and that's what I think one of the things that was so frustrating about last year is because we're just coming off the pandemic and we were having such a hard time finding staff to fill our concession stands is it was going to create those long lines, and that wasn't just us. That was everywhere.
No, I get it. I get it completely, yeah.
Yeah, and so now that we've had a full off season, people are getting back to work, things are starting to get back to normal, we can do a few more things that we were looking to do. So you're going to have more freestanding options and things of that nature that will go throughout the concourse where, if a line is too long in one space, maybe you go somewhere else and help spread it out. We're going to have Champions back. They're one of our bigger sponsors, of course. And, we're still going to have, pizza options as well. Things like that are going to give people a little bit more flexibility. And, of course, restaurants are continuing to pop up all over the ballpark as well, and that's going to continue to do so over the next couple of years. So people are going to have a pick of their own poison, if you will, and be able to really enjoy themselves as they come to the ballpark. Oh,
yeah, and you can definitely see the growth that has come with everything around the stadium, and it's continued to grow. Like you said, there's so many restaurants. I mean, I counted there's at least 4 or 5 restaurants in that one little area right there behind the ballpark. So, I mean, it definitely is growing. Madison has always been growing anyway. The city of even though Huntsville does surround Madison, I'll continue to say that. Huntsville and Madison has done nothing but just continue to grow and become that populous city in Alabama, and definitely have shown a lot of growth since last year over the season. How much it has helped the city of Madison.
Yeah, and we're just so excited about what's still to come because you've already seen the J Alexanders and the Moe's and the Sushi Express.
Slim Chickens, there's a couple of, what is it? I Love Sushi over there. There's a bunch of stuff that's been popping up over there.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of variety. We still got a Five Guys coming, Prohibition, which is going to be a distillery. That's coming. I mean, you mentioned Truist Park. That was kind of the idea that we had when the stadium was first built. So it's not going to be exactly like Truist, but it's going to be very similar to that. And, obviously the apartments are still popping up. We're going to have hotels coming, and, of course, all the businesses as well. So it took a little longer than we would have liked, but the pandemic sort of knocked everything back. So slowly but surely it's all filling in.
Yeah, and so starting and talking about, opening day, we got opening day on April 12th. I mean, we're 2 weeks away, and basically next week we start on the 8th as the Trash Pandas will travel to Birmingham to start the season. I mean, have we really had a roster? What's still going on around, do we have an opening day starter for the 12th already, or is there still some rumblings and still some stuff going on?
No word on an opening day starter, but I think we're all getting a better idea of what the roster will look like. I really can't share anything right now, but you're going to hear some familiar names from last season, I think. And a lot of those familiar names are going to be guys who came on toward the end of last season, who got just kind of a taste of AA, but not the full-on experience of it. So these are going to be guys who are going to, at least start here at the beginning of the season, and hopefully for their sake, they'll get to move on up at some point during the season. And depending on what the Angels are looking for or want to do, maybe like last year, we'll see a bunch of guys get called up to the major league level. But, we're starting to hear some names pop up, but again, we won't know anything for sure until probably about this time next week.
So as we're moving on to Big League Ball 1 week away as well, as the Braves will be on ESPN2 as they are going to showcase their game. Actually, it wasn't a scheduled game at all on ESPN. They just scheduled it for the banner raising and, the start to defend that World Series title. What are your thoughts on the Braves coming in? And I also saw some stats where they were voted they're the top bullpen going into the year as well. I love the addition of Jansen. I love just what they've added. Charlie Morton's coming back. Max Fried's healthy. You've got a lot of young guys like a Spencer Strider, who I love his tweet. I'm your Huckleberry from Tombstone, as he's got the nice, he had the Wyatt Earp mustache. He didn't have really the Doc Holliday mustache because he doesn't have the little piece underneath his chin. But I love this kid. I think he's going to be, really good in the AAA, probably starting out. But I mean, your thoughts on the Braves and who could possibly the opening day starter for the Braves?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now you got to kind of lean toward Max Fried, don't you? I mean, it's just kind of,
it seems like Morton's getting there, but you don't know how that ankle might be.
Yeah, and I think Morton could certainly be that too. But I think just the fact that Max has been there a while now, and he's had the success, and he's kind of the. It's hard to believe to say this. He's kind of the grizzled veteran of the group.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then that's who I would sort of lean toward. Right now, I mean, if you had to pick someone in the East, I guess you go with the Braves, right? I think the Mets have made a couple of nice moves.
I think the Mets are favored.
Yeah, well,
slightly.
Yeah, but I'm not going to buy it until I actually see it.
Like last year.
Yeah, and here's the deal. At the end of the day, the Braves, their biggest loss, they more than made up for. I mean, you lose Freeman, sure, but you get Matt Olson, who I think is more than adequate a replacement. And so you feel good about things. And with the expanded playoff field, even if you don't win the division, you feel pretty good about their chances getting into the playoffs, right? And once you do that, then it's all up for grabs. So right now, I still feel good about Atlanta in the East. Florida doesn't impress me. The Phillies are still building. The Mets are going to be good. They're going to be a challenge. Who am I forgetting? Who was in that division?
Oh, the Nationals.
The Nationals.
I think they were actually behind the Marlins to win the division.
Yeah. So right now, I think it's a 2-horse race, and one of those horses, the Mets, they haven't proven anything to me. So until you prove something, I still got to say you go with the Braves. And even if you're Atlanta and you lose the division, you feel pretty good about the wild card. And once you get in, who knows what happens? So you feel pretty good entering April, and that's all you can ask for after what was a very unusual off season for everybody. But I think Alex Anthopoulos has done a tremendous job, and all they got to do now is get everyone going and stay healthy.
Yeah, you got to give him a lot of credit. I mean, if you could just speak on a little bit of how, when Freddie came out and spoke on, the whole situation with that, it just seemed like, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, you had it right there. You know what I mean? Like, he could have signed with the Braves. And we'd sit here and talk about it, and it's like we knew that at the end of the day he wasn't coming back. I mean, I saw a nice little meme and a picture where he was kind of waving, he's waving away during the parade, and it was like, we should have known that this was coming.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say. First off, I haven't spoken to Freddie in over a decade, but the Freddie Freeman I knew back when he was with Rome is a really good guy, and I have no reason to believe that he still isn't. And from all points indicate that he's still an awesome human being. I think what I guess I'm frustrated about is that it seems like he allowed his agents to control everything, which I understand. I get it. If I'm a client and I have agents who I'm paying a lot of money to do this stuff, I kind of want them to do their job. But at some point, I kind of wish he had taken more control of it. That's number one. But number two, and I think a lot of people forget this, there's the human element involved in all this. And, Freddie lost his mom when he was 5, 6 years old. His dad, who I got to know at Rome, and is a really good man. I'm not sure what his situation is. I think he still lives in California. And if you're Freddie and you're in your early 30s and you've got 3 kids now and you're living in Atlanta and your dad's on the other side of the continent, doesn't a part of you kind of say to yourself, golly, I kind of want to be closer to my old man?
Right.
And then there's also the business side of it. Maybe he feels like, hey, I go to L.A., I can probably, get a few more marketing dollars going out there than I would in Atlanta. And that, all these things that I'm saying are valid.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's easy for fans to get caught up emotionally in all this and say, he's ours, we want him here, we want him to be a Brave for life, and this and that. I got it. But you're not him. So you know what? Why don't we just congratulate the guy, pat him on the back, say thank you for all you did for us.
Exactly.
Now we hope we kick your butt in October. That's all you got to do.
Exactly. And oh no, go ahead.
No, but the last thing I'll say is hopefully when the Dodgers come to town in, I think it's June, hopefully the fans will give him a round of applause. I know there'll be some who will boo him, which is unfortunate. But you know what? At the end of the day, no one will ever forget what he did for that organization, and I hope that Atlanta still has a big place in his heart. But the reasons he left, whatever they may be, they're very valid. So why not catch the guy a break and say best wishes, and let's all move on. The thing is, everyone won in this situation.
Right.
Freddie won. Atlanta won. Everyone's good. Freddie, if nothing else, probably took a bit of a discount to go to Los Angeles. He might not have known that at the time, so he might be a little annoyed.
Yeah.
But he gets to go to his home state and his home region. So everyone wins. So let's all smile for once.
Of course, and I totally agree with you when you talk about fans, especially Atlanta fans. I mean, they're still licking their wounds over Matt Ryan. They don't know what they've lost right there. With Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons, but with the Braves, it just seems like there's always something on social media when it comes to Braves Twitter, especially with the whole Freddie fiasco kind of thing, where it's just like, man, embrace Olsen. What are you doing? Like, it's like I don't think I've ever seen like just such a fan base just be like so distraught on getting rid of an older guy for a younger guy that is possibly better. So.
Yeah, and over time, he may actually wind up being the better investment because, look, we don't know where Freddie's going to be in 3 years.
Exactly.
I mean, his body might start to break down. Now, Matt Olson, I don't know what's going to happen with him. He may be a sensational all-star. He might be a dud. But those are the risks you take in this game. And what I'm probably most impressed about when it comes to Alex Anthopoulos is that he wasn't afraid to go ahead and pull the trigger. I know he didn't want to. I know in a perfect world he wanted Freddie to sign. But, you do what you have to do, even if it's not the most popular decision. He wasn't going to leave the organization out on the line just for him. And it took a lot of guts for him to do it. And overall, he's left Atlanta, I think, in a better position this year than they were at this time last year. So all is well that ends well, and Atlanta should be smiling entering April.
Exactly. So let's finish it up and get you out of here. But we probably won't talk to you until after the Final Four has wrapped up. Who do you got to make it on to the Final Two?
Okay, so we got Kansas and Nova in Game 1. Tell you what, I really like Villanova. I just love Jay Wright. I think his team and his defense, they're going to find a way to offset whatever Kansas does. It'll be a close game, but I like Nova in that one. And then Carolina Duke, I'll tell you what, man, that's going to be a war.
Yeah.
I know Duke has the emotional side going, but Carolina is rolling right now. Golly, that's a toss-up. But I'm going to say UNC. I'm going to go with Carolina. They just got the win over Duke, and Duke has had this thing of kind of flopping in big games recently.
Yeah.
They lost the final game on Coach K court to Carolina. Then they lost the ACC final to Virginia Tech. There's something about them I don't trust. So, and Carolina, like I said, is rolling right now. So I'm going to say it's going to be Carolina and Nova in the final. Yeah,
I think I totally agree with you. I think North Carolina is on a roll. I'm going to take the hot hand as well, and I think Villanova is a lot better than Kansas. And yeah, like you said, I love the way that Jay Wright coaches. But it's just crazy to see UNC on a roll without their best two players. The whole, I think with the whole Duke thing is that, yeah, it's Duke, but it's Coach K's last run, and you would hope to see that his players would play and not choke it away at his final game ever as the head coach. But Josh, thank you so much as always for joining us for Carrie's Corner as we get ready for the Trash Panda season to open up on April 12th. And thank you so much again.
All right, Chad. Appreciate it. You have a good one. Okay.
I appreciate it. You too. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, that was Josh Carey, voice of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. We got to go to a break. I don't have anybody waving at me. I don't have anybody clicking at me telling me to go to break. But we need to pay some bills, and I'll meet you on the other side as we kind of finish up the 30 minutes of the show. If you want to interact with our Twitter question as well, as we posted a Twitter question, we've got a little over 40-something votes going on. You still have about 11 hours available to vote on that. Will Tiger Woods play in the Masters? You saw that he was practicing in Augusta. Will he play in the Masters? We want to know. If you want to call in, go ahead and call in. If you want to leave a message on Twitter so I can read it and I'll read it on air, you can do that as well. This is Chad Gwathney filling in for Thom Abraham on the Thom Abraham Show right here on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
UFC 273, April 9th, with two fights at the top of the bill. Aljamain Sterling battles Petr Yan for the bantamweight belt. Yan minus 500, Sterling at plus 350, and featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski minus 750 against the Korean Zombie at plus 475. Valero Texas Open underway tomorrow. Rory McIlroy the favorite at plus 800. Last year's champion Jordan Spieth plus 1400. Hideki Matsuyama plus 1600. The Final Four underway Saturday in New Orleans. Kansas will face Villanova. The Jayhawks a 4.5-point favorite. The over-under at 133. Then Duke and North Carolina. The Tar Heels a 4.5-point underdog against their arch rivals. 151 the set total.
I'm Trey Westerberg, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. You know, you'll hear people say we're like a family, but here at the Lackey Law Firm, that's really true, not just a saying.
I'm Justin Lackey. With my father and my sister, we have a special connection to each other. I'm Jennifer Lackey. At the Lackey Law Firm, when we take on your case, you become part of our family. You really do.
And we'll always do whatever it takes to get everything you deserve.
If you're injured, you worry about getting well, not about paperwork or insurance companies or figuring out how to get to your lawyer's office. I'll come to you.
We worry about your case so you don't have to.
When you've been injured, we know that your case is probably the biggest thing going on in your life. More important than almost anything else.
And it's important to us too, for one simple reason. Family takes care of each other, and at the Lackey Law Firm, we'll take care of you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hey Huntsville, listen up. The demand for lakefront property on Lewis Smith Lake is growing and the supply is depleting. We've got lakefront, lake access, and RV properties for one day only, April 9th. Gentle sloping, wooded home sites, and RV sites on dockable water, all surrounded by Bankhead National Forest. Complete with lakefront clubhouse, swimming pool, boat ramp, and community docks in a private gated community. Over 1 acre of lakefront, just $59.9. Gentle sloping, full-time dockable RV sites starting at $99.9. If you know Smith Lake, you know full-time RV sites to have your own dock on are a rare find. You do not want to miss this. Call 877-BIG-VIEW for more information. One day only, Saturday, April 9th. Call 877-BIG-VIEW for more information. That's over 1 acre, $59.9, full-time RV site on dockable lakefront, only $99.9. 877-BIG-VIEW to arrange a visit Saturday, April 9th. Call or click 877bigview.com.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
And now a small business setback, delivered by a kind French stranger.
Monsieur, there was an accident. The windshield of your catering van is, how do you say, kaput? But Progressive has an extensive network of repair shops. Now, we sing about the old days. Brave marin revient de guerre.
When things go wrong with your small business, it's comforting to know you have Progressive Commercial. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Croissance for everyone.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, a major fire hazard. Safety is key when replacing an outlet or adding new ones, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
Hey, Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford back again to talk to you about how easy it is to make a custom factory order. Just click WoodyAndersonFord.com, hit the top banner, then start making your selections. It's really simple, and you'll end up with the exact vehicle you want. Not only is there no extra charge to custom order, but at Woody Anderson Ford, we'll take 5% off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates on the 2022 F-150, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Expedition, and Ranger. Another option for you is a certified pre-owned. We have over 100 Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned models to choose from. Our Ford Gold certified are low mileage, gently used with great warranties. They've passed a 175-point inspection by certified technicians and come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Also, don't forget our service department is offering a free pickup and delivery when it's time for your next Ford service. Woody Anderson Ford, Jordan at Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A mostly cloudy to overcast sky this afternoon. It is going to be an incredibly windy day across North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee. Wind advisory will be in effect all afternoon, all evening through the earliest hours of your Thursday morning. Outside of the opportunity for showers and thunderstorms, once we get to Wednesday evening, wind gusts anywhere from 35 to 50 miles per hour. Within a line of very strong showers and thunderstorms that moves through the Tennessee Valley Wednesday evening into the overnight. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Who wants coffee? Anybody wants coffee?
Time for you to get me off the hook. Type C. The tire. Thom Abraham, weekdays from 10 till noon on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
All lines are open. Feel free to jump in 256-576-4976.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Thom Abraham Show. Of course, this is not Thom Abraham. This is Chad Gwathney. Coach Grizz taking over the show today and the rest of the week. Flying solo. Everybody's got other things to do right now, so why not put a little bit of Coach Grizz on the air and kind of throw down and talk the latest that's going on. Of course, you just heard Josh Carey, voice of the Rocket City Trash Pandas, as we kind of broke down the latest news around the MLB and what's going on around Toyota Field. I know I'm looking forward to a lot of the good food that they're going to be serving this year, and of course a lot of the great action, a lot of things that's going on, especially dog days on Wednesdays, as you get to bring your dog to the park. Always a fun thing to do at a ballpark, to be able to bring your special canine friend to the ballpark. So should be a lot of fun this year, as of course opening day is next week on April 12th. Or I guess 13 days, really, on April 12th. And so it should be a lot of fun. But speaking on that, let's change it up a little bit. Talk a little NBA. I know, right? NBA on Thom Abraham Show? I know we usually get Bo Estes on, which we had earlier in the week. And, we try to talk it, especially right now as we're getting closer to the playoffs. And I just want to kind of to break down a little bit. And maybe I'm one of the few, maybe I'm one of the many that listen to this radio station. I am just sick and tired of hearing about the Lakers every single night. Whether it's they won a game because LeBron James is the oldest player to score 40-something points or 50-something points or whatever. Nobody's docking LeBron James as being a great player or just like one of the best NBA players. Obviously one of the best stats-wise. I mean, the guy's been playing forever. The guy has passed seems like all of the stats as a NBA player should. The guy is going to be a Hall of Famer. I don't understand the criticism. I get it. He has said some stupid things in the past, but he's also done a lot of good things as well, for his community, for just what he believes in, and I get it. We may not all agree on what LeBron James has to say, and we're honestly, a lot of people don't agree with what the NBA has to say as a whole, and it's very hypocritical. But I still like to watch the game, and I still like to enjoy watching the Lakers lose as they fell out of playoff contention right now as they sit 11th. And, of course, they are behind with LeBron James out in that last game with a bad ankle. Westbrook just is not a leader. I mean, it's going to be really tough. As they have like the third hardest schedule in all of the NBA, remaining schedule, I should say, in all of the NBA. And the only chance they really have is hopefully they can get a win at Utah and maybe beat the Jazz once or twice. And then, of course, they got to hope that San Antonio starts losing, which San Antonio's, I get it, it's a pop team, but this is not a very good pop team for the last couple of years. So I just don't see them holding on to that spot. So I really don't see, I can kind of see where the Lakers might be able to make a run and come back if they play their starters the rest of the year. I mean, Anthony Davis being out of 38 games and literally being out like for the last 17, I think it was, right now, it's not helping them. LeBron James being older is not helping them. Their roster is older. I mean, they've got a lot of talent. They got talented players, but it's not a good team. It's an older team, and Westbrook's not a leader. So watching him, and the way that he kind of got into it last night with a reporter a little bit on, and this is what, like, as a media guy, I guess, as you could say, I've been to many games, I've interviewed coaches, I've interviewed players, all that, but I try not to disrespect them because I've been on the other side of that. Where, I mean, not a lot of people interviewed me. I got interviewed probably like once or twice in high school. But I kind of see where they can get frustrated with how the media might ask them a question. But last night, I loved how this one media member, and I don't know his name, but just love how he was able to handle, you really, to be honest with you, I get it. Like, these players should be able to accept criticism and be able to handle it better. And I just love, and that's another reason why I've not been a big Russell Westbrook fan, was because of this situation last night. And just give this a listen.
Bruce, the idea that now you guys are actually the 11th seed, so you're out of the playing game. What changes going forward?
Nothing, man. Nothing.
And why is that?
Because it doesn't. What does it change? We still got games to play. Other teams still got games to play. We still got to play teams that's above us in the play-in. Don't really change much.
Thank you, Russ.
What do you think should change?
Winning.
Okay, that's obvious. What do you think should change?
Winning games, playing hard. You ask the question, I give you an answer.
That's fine. You got to answer the winning?
All right.
You have to answer the winning?
I'm not out there playing. Maybe I think you give me the answer what you think should be.
Exactly. So I don't have to answer it. Exactly.
If you don't have it, you out there, I can't have it.
You ask me to have an answer. You don't have it either.
Well, but I don't play, Russell. I want to get the information from you so that
I'm only one person, champ.
Right.
It's a team game. Right. So I don't have an answer.
Okay.
I may have it.
I don't have it.
It's all good.
But I'm asking the pros who know the game, play the game, what you think you can do to make it your part, their part, everybody's part.
Sure.
That's what I'm asking.
No, I really that. I respect that.
Okay.
You got that? Y'all got that?
No.
Y'all got it?
No, respect. We can
It's good. Y'all got that? All right, cool. Y'all got it. Make sure I record that.
Yeah, no, we got it. Like, we got it, Russell. Like, we understand. We're the media. We're trying to get your answer from it. We're not trying to irritate you by. We understand that it's a hard question to ask. What do you have to do to get back to what they need to do? And it's to win ball games. It's to put yourself on the line in these last few weeks. It's to not harp on it, or it's not to piggyback on a 60 game, schedule that they had back in 2020 where the Lakers had Anthony Davis did not play a full season. I get it. They took the break or whatever, but it was in a neutralized spot. There was no home and away. There was none of this back and forth travel. And that's the issue that I have with the way that it's just so much love for the Lakers, and I get it's the Lakers, but it's really more love for LeBron and what's going on. And whether you love or hate him, it's just, you can't turn away from it, really. You continue to, whether you hate on the Lakers, you're still going to watch them because of situations like this with Russell Westbrook, where all the guy was asking was just a simple question where an athlete I get it. You go through this constantly every day, but that's the point of being on that mantle and being asked these questions and being able to handle these questions. I mean, all you had to say was just play better. You could have joked around with the guy and said, just play better. I mean, we just got to play better. I got to play. Or he could say, I got to play better. I got to sacrifice my body. I got to sacrifice what I got to do because LeBron James has sat for another night because he sat in the Philly game, which you needed to beat Philly. You should have wanted to beat Philly. You should have wanted to play that game and beat the Philadelphia 76ers, but you chose to sit that game. You played one game, and then you come back into this game and you sit another game because of the ankle, and then they're both going to get evaluated. That is Anthony Davis and LeBron James, so there is a situation where they could possibly come back, but you got to look at the other guys around you and really, like, especially Russell Westbrook, you got to look at the guys around you and get those guys to play. I mean, Frank Vogel said last night, we just didn't execute well enough and play with enough toughness, IQ, intelligence, focus, and fight. So not acceptable, and just a poor performance across the board. Coaches, players, everybody. So not only is, like, which I thought Frank Vogel was a terrible hire to the Lakers. I thought it was just because it made LeBron happy, and, you know, it was probably had to do with a lot of what LeBron wanted as a team. LeBron wanted this team that he had this year. This team is awful. This team is old, and it's embarrassing to watch, and I'm sick and tired of hearing about it all the time, and I'm sure you are too. So I do apologize for making your ears bleed by talking a little bit about the NBA. But I really wanted to break down, as I'm about to go to another break here in a second because I'm going to need to pay some more bills. I want to talk about, I know it's not a top 10 Tuesday, but we really didn't go over a top 10 yesterday, or I didn't pay attention, or I wasn't listening like usual. So I wanted to talk about the top 10 bullpens in baseball. And when you look at the Braves, according to this is Anthony Castrovins, as he is breaking down who he has ranked as the top 10 bullpens in all of baseball. And if you look at the Atlanta Braves, with the addition of Kenley Jansen, you've got Will Smith, Tyler Matzik, Colin McHugh, and A.J. Minter already. On top of that, we haven't talked about Luke Jackson, who I have been the biggest up and down guy. I love Luke Jackson. I think Luke Jackson's great. We joke about it around here. Steve Moulton and I are probably the biggest Luke Jackson fans around. So this man had a 1.98 ERA, 62 2 innings last season. I mean, this guy who we were talking about, Will Smith, everybody else getting overpaid. Like, I mean, I was ragging on them the entire year. And then that change, that All-Star break, I mean, literally something happened. And the Braves just turned on the juice and turned on everything they could to be able to win the World Series and make all us Braves fans happy after so many years of not having a championship. So I'm really happy. You also got Darren O'Day, who's coming off and healthy as well. So hopefully, some of these guys I've seen these guys plenty of times before. They've been around the franchise for a few years now. So these are seasoned veteran guys that you're really looking forward to this season. And then what I wanted to get to, number 2 on the list, was the White Sox. And of course, there is one setup man who we all know around here, especially who went to Lee High School, is right-handed pitcher Craig Kimbrell. So it's good to see him, Liam Hendricks, and the rest of the crew. And also they have Joe Kelly as well. So I love it. I love Joe Kelly. Honestly, wish he could pitch for the Braves, do all the mean mugging and talk all the trash he wants on for Atlanta. But yeah, he got signed to the Chicago White Sox. But anyway, we're going to go on a break. This is once again Chad Gwathney filling in for Thom Abraham right here on the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Final Four underway Saturday in New Orleans. Kansas will face Villanova. The Jayhawks a 4.5-point favorite. The over-under at 133. Then Duke and North Carolina. The Tar Heels a 4.5-point underdog against their arch rivals. 151 the set total. UFC 273, April 9th with 2 fights at the top of the bill. Aljamain Sterling battles Petr Yan for the bantamweight belt. Yan -500, Sterling at +350, and featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski -750 against the Korean Zombie at +475. Valero Texas Open underway tomorrow. Rory McIlroy the favorite at +800. Last year's champion Jordan Spieth +1400. Hideki Matsuyama +1600. I'm Trey Westerberg, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Find your rhythm, feed your rhythm at Rhythm on Monroe. Not just a great restaurant and rooftop bar, but the perfect spot to relax and take in a beautiful scenic downtown sunset on the rooftop or patio. Enjoy Chef Becky Vibbert's fresh and delicious fan favorites like braised beef short rib sliders, seasonally inspired fresh salmon dishes, crispy Brussels sprouts, and fresh baked peach walnut cobbler or chocolate chess pie. Open daily at 4 p.m. with brunch from 11 to 3 on Saturday and Sunday on the corner of Clinton and Monroe in the Von Braun Center. Follow Rhythm on Monroe on Facebook.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Thom Abraham here for my friend Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment Rental. Coming in April, Valley will have a second location opening up on the North Parkway between Winchester Road and Bob Wade. They'll be offering bigger contractor-only type equipment, including 10K reach forklifts, 300 series track hose, and larger rollers and dozers, along with other equipment. Valley Equipment's 2 locations will better serve the region and allow them to grow their fleet. Valley Equipment Rental, locally owned for 10 years, where they put more care in every rental.
Outdoor season is coming. Can't wait.
Here at Brooks & Collier, neither can we. Outdoor season is also grilling season.
And we have plenty of grills and smokers in stock. From Traeger, Blaze, and Big Green Egg.
There's the greenhouse. New indoor items and home furnishings as well.
Whatever it takes. Browse over 2 acres of furnishings. Can't wait.
How about you? North Alabama's indoor and outdoor living headquarters for over 75 years.
813 Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
I love overpriced stuff. Avocados, designer t-shirts, artisanal water. That's why I get my internet from the other guys. Paying more for the same stuff. What could be better?
Wow is better. For just $19.99 a month, we give you the super fast, extra reliable internet you need. Act now before this deal is gone. Internet 100 for just $19.99 a month. Plus, learn how to get up to $300 on us. Sign up at Huawei.com. Wow. Limited to new customers with auto pay and paperless billing. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
The PGA Tour's Corn Ferry Tour is coming to the Rocket City. Join us at the Ledges for the Huntsville Championship, April 29th through May 2nd. Experience the beauty and drama of the course firsthand. Witness golf's rising stars chase their PGA Tour dreams. Cheer on the future of golf up close and personal. Tickets are on sale now at HuntsvilleChampionship.com.
The world champs are back. The Braves are out to defend their world championship. And behind Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna, Dansby Swanson, Max Fried, and this loaded 2022 roster, a repeat is within reach.
Here goes Ozzie, 2-2 on the way, hit well. Deep center field. Might have ourselves a tie ball game. You betcha.
And we'll bring you every huge moment of the Braves 2022 season right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. So who is Wes Neighbors?
He's going to put an ass whooping meter on next year.
Does Wes know?
1 or 2 or 3 cans whoop ass.
We can all figure it out. Weekday afternoons, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
So I'm going to watch it on TV.
The game's on. Oh, I almost forgot. I'll be right there.
We like sports and we don't care who knows. From shooting hoops to the Super Bowl. We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Football, tennis, hockey, golf.
The game is starting. Everyone is here. I got my snacks, my friends, and a beer.
So I'm going to watch it on TV.
Are you ready for the football? A Monday night party!
So I'm going to watch it on TV. So I'm going to watch it on TV.
All right, you know what time it is when you hear that music, when you hear that sound. It is What to Watch For on the Thom Abraham Show. And, of course, What to Watch For is brought to you by Audio Insight. They do a great job when it comes to hanging TVs, getting all your AV set up, getting there like a home entertainment center, speakers, surround sound, all that stuff. When it comes to doing a great job, you know, just coming in and taking a bad example of what we wanted, and that was totally on us in our studio, and put a nice display that we have now with our TVs, man. They did a great job, and gotta check them out for sure if you need to change anything up in your home entertainment center room, you know, man cave, whatever you got. Audio Insight will do a great job, and you should definitely give them a call. So, what to watch for tonight? Of course, we got a lot of stuff going on. It's a Wednesday, so you know that hockey's on TNT and basketball's on ESPN. So the Rangers and Red Wings tonight at 6:30 on TNT. You know, Tom will be watching that, as of course he'll be gone the rest of the week. That's why you're hearing me on the airwaves start and finish the show, as I'll be doing 1 hour segments after you'll hear a full Greeny show from 9 to 11, and then you'll hear me from 11 to 12. So. And then you'll have Chuck Oliver after me. And then tonight, you'll have The Drive live from Woody Anderson Ford, as Wes and Steve will be live from there from 5 to 7. And, of course, like we said before, there's a lot of stuff going on in North Alabama as well. If they can get the game going, of course, Alabama softball will be playing Jacksonville State and Albertville. And then, of course, when I said tonight on ESPN, on our station, you can get Miami and Boston at 6:30, and then you can also get Phoenix and Golden State at 9 o'clock. So a lot of stuff going on down the stretch for the NBA, and a lot of good stuff going on in North Alabama as well. So get out if you can. Be careful, again, with all the bad weather that's supposed to be going on tonight. Thank you again for letting me host the show, and we're kind of winding it down right here. You hear the music now, and hopefully everyone enjoyed today with Josh Carey, voice of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And a little baseball talk, and hopefully we're going to have Alan Bell on tomorrow. He's going to get on tomorrow with us at his normal time at 11 o'clock, as he will open the show as well. We'll talk a little NFL, and then we'll see what's going on Friday. Might do a best of show. Might take the day off, as I'm going to the Atlanta Hawks and the Brooklyn Nets with my little brother and one of his friends on Saturday, as I've never been before, so it should be a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you so much again. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Make sure to follow us everywhere on our social media sites. Hit us up anytime and leave us a comment, and we'll get right back to you. But thank you again. This is Chad Gwathney right here on the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from, and they've got the extras with